Hello and welcome to France 24's weekly music show. I'm Jennifer Ben Brahim, and today we're hopping into a time machine back to the 1970s with our next guest. He's a musical love child of French singers Christophe and Etienne Daho. Edouard Bielle's melancholic synth pop songs blend perfectly with his lyrics of love and heartbreak. Now he's just dropped his first EP and is gearing up for a headlining show on the most romantic day of the year at Paris's Maroquinerie venue. Edouard, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, as I just mentioned, you just dropped your first EP called Loverdose. I'm going to show the amazing cover there. Now, as the kind of title of the EP suggests, love is really front and center on this EP. But is love addictive, as you're kind of suggesting?
In my opinion, in my experience, yes, it's a kind of addictive things. And I suffered about that, so because of this, so it's kind of a drug addiction, and so I had to write it down with lyrics and music.
Maybe it's a cure to writing is maybe a cure to this addiction of love.
Yes, it's a way to just and take it a bit more lightly, to write it down in music. So
now, as we can see in your visuals and we can see how you're dressed, 1970s seems to be something you're really connected with. Why are you so inspired by this era?
I'm not sure. I like the aesthetic of the 70s, like the way men dressed at the time. It was very like the pants and the jackets and stuff like that. I loved it. And when I was young, my mother listened a lot to French musicians from the 70s. So I really was into this kind of music and aesthetic very young.
Okay, so it's really influenced you. Now we're going to talk about another love story of yours, and that is with the country of Greece. We're going to actually take a listen to a song that really shows this love of Greece. It's Parikia. Take a listen.
Elle glisse au beau milieu des vagues, attirée par le large comme une algue mouillée. Son corps primitif et sauvage nous offre un paysage que l'on ne peut oublier.
So that was Parikia from Edouard Bielle's debut EP, Loverdose, and that video really makes us want to go on holiday to Greece, especially with this horrible weather right here in Paris. Can you explain to us your relationship with Greece?
It's a place where I went when I was young with my parents, and we're still going there nowadays. And it's a place where I feel very, very, very good. During bad times, it was a place that I was feeling very good. So I wanted to just do music about it, and because I was writing about love stories, I wanted to write about a love story about this island of Paros in Greece.
I was actually so impressed to know that you learnt Greek to sing Parikia. That's incredible. Now, also going back to the EP again, I love how your lyrics are really honest. They range from talking about the kind of often shameful at times feeling of jealousy, all the way to you having vitiligo. Why did you want to be so honest with your music?
Because I didn't want to play somebody else in my music, and when I was younger, I was writing a little bit in English as a lot of French people, and when I started writing in French, it was just the style I wanted to have, like very straightforward words you can use in the daily language. So this is how I started to do it, and this is how people when they reacted to this, they told me like, oh yes, it's quite nice. We see a lot about what you say, where you're going to go, and it was kind of important to have a very straightforward message. in my songs.
Well, it's very impressive, I have to say. I need to get back onto my Duolingo, clearly. Now we're going to move on to some other music news and an early Christmas present for Beyoncé fans who maybe struggle to get those much sought-after tickets for her Renaissance World Tour. Now she's bringing her concert and behind-the-scenes moments to cinemas. Now she is actually no stranger to her shows becoming films, with her Coachella headlining performance Homecoming being transformed into a Netflix documentary. Let's get a little taste of Beyoncé's Renaissance Tour.
Reaching up to the solar system, we flying over, ocean, we flying over, supernatural love up in the air.
What do you think about this tour?
I feel liberated. I have transitioned into a new animal.
All of these things we do in a different, unique, specific way.
So that was Beyoncé with her Renaissance tour that is hitting cinemas this week. Now, Edouard, just like Beyoncé, you're no stranger to live performances, but I learned that you actually just played for your toughest crowd yet, children. Why? How did this happen?
Yeah, I was playing in a school near Paris, and the teacher just invited me on Instagram. And so I thought it was a very good opportunity just to see how they reacted to my songs. And the fact that they were learning Parikia, the lyrics of Parikia, and they knew the lyrics by heart. So it was very touching to see all the children singing Parikia.
Well, that's so sweet as well, because we're definitely going to be real fans, because they're a very honest crowd, I can imagine.
Yeah, I'm building my career for the next 20 years.
Just do like a school tour, it'll be great. Now we're going to go to another artist who actually counts Beyoncé in her list of musical inspirations. Zimbabwean Australian singer and rapper TK Maidza dropped her sophomore album Sweet Justice this month, and I went to go meet her during her stopover in Paris. Take a look.
Hi, I'm TK Maidza. I just dropped my album Sweet Justice, and I'm here in France 24.
Someone said the money call Vingali. By any means, I'm getting more Vingali. Turn the hype into a whole
Be a fear, never choosing compliance. Many them I never tell their conscience. Talk a lot, but they are moving on scenes. Business only on the call. If you find me on the road, don't be trying to cut the show.
So my album is basically a breakup album, but it's not the traditional sense of breaking up with someone. It can be, but it's also breaking up with the old version of yourself, friends, your old life. I felt like I was becoming a new person, and I was excited, scared, but excited, and I was accepting it. This next song you're gonna see is Silent Assassin. It was produced by Flume, who's also Australian like me. The song is about moving in silence. When I was going through my transition, I felt like a lot of people were coming to me, being very nosy and asking me like, what are you doing? You should be making your album. And I was like, I am working, but you're just not a part of the circle and the picture anymore. I'm moving in silence.
I'm tactical, no attachments. I'm doing it for the passion, no trends. Apologies for offense. I'm up and over the fence. Shitting on you depends. I'm sweet but seeking revenge. Over your head, smoke a octane. These little hairs not in the bread, make it stop, son. Leave them impaired, deeper than dead when I drop some. Red dot on, cause I'm locked on.
Choosing the collaborations comes really easy. Most of them are my friends already, and it's more so like right time, right place, like divine timing. Lolo and I have been meaning to work on a song together. Kjanada, XYZ, it's just like all friends and people that I see and speak to regularly. And I feel like that's what makes the best music, when it doesn't matter what the outcome is, you're kind of focusing on, just finding something that you both think is cool.
Don't know what to do with my dough. I should buy my back a bag, but which I can't decide though. Flip the full 180, now you're checking out your vitals. Adding up 7 is 187 homicidal.
The song WUACV is an abbreviation for Woke Up and Chose Violence. I feel like when you're going through the stages of grief, there's the anger, when you're looking back and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe that I went through that. I'm waking up, I'm angry. I just feel like throwing things at the wall, and it was my way of channeling that energy, but in a funny way, because I think it's really important to look back and find it funny, otherwise you're probably never gonna heal.
I just woke up and chose violence. and chose violence. Woke up and chose violence. Woke up and chose violence. Ooh. Woke up and chose violence. Woke up and chose violence. Woke up and chose violence. Watch me kill the silence.
So that was TK Maida speaking to us on France 24. And sadly, we've come to the end of our show. And I want to thank our guest, Edouard Bielle, for coming to speak to us at the France 24 studios. And just a reminder that his EP, Loverdose, is out right now. And if you are in Paris, and you can catch him at Paris's La Maroquinerie venue, which coincidentally is on Valentine's Day, which goes very well with your music, I have to say.
Yeah, it was a bit planned.
Okay, excellent. And if you're not able to actually catch him live, well, don't worry, because he's going to be playing out for us right now with Parikia. Take it away.